Hi, my name's Dr. Alif Musaji, also known as the Smiling Dentist, and today we're going to talk about culture. I'm the principal dentist of a practice called Oakdale Dental in Leicester. And I promise I'm not going to get pompous and superior, but it's a nice practice. I'm really proud of it. It wasn't always. And sometimes people come round and they ask me, so you got a lovely place, your girls really work hard. What's the secret? The secret is culture. So what is culture and how do we create culture? Well, I feel that culture is a set of values. It's a set of unwritten rules about how we conduct ourselves, what's important to us, what's acceptable to us. And if we can set those rules of conduct, then we can create an environment where the results that we gain are exactly what we want them to be. So to give a little example, let me give you a personal example of my experience when I took over the practice. I thought that I was buying a practice that would be amazing, a wonderful practice, which was a private practice in Leicester, which had been around for many, many years. And when I came in, I realized that there were certain things that didn't really meet with the way I wanted to practice dentistry. Small things, annoying things that I didn't like and to me were not acceptable. For example, there were a number of nurses, they were a group who would happily not do the surgery cleans properly. They would make a joke of it. And when one of the nurses did do them properly, they would be bullied, made a joke of, you're doing it properly, aren't you? What's wrong with you? And I thought, this is not right, but this is a culture. Because the majority often rule in any establishment, then those become the norms and the rights and the wrongs. Another thing that would happen is it would almost be a joke, a running joke if one of the clinicians had a bad day. If they were running late, it's like, yes, let them suffer. That's it, they earn too much anyway, earn much more than we do, so let them have a bad day. And these were really bad things and things that I didn't like, didn't agree with at all. So they often have this saying that you can either change your team or you can change your team. And you either win their hearts and minds and change the way that they think about things, or you have to start to say to yourself, are these the right kind of people for your practice? Are these the right kind of people who you trust to look after the patients who are trusting you when they come in? So we fast forward now 8 years or so, and I have a lovely team, a team I'm really proud of. And now if there's one person who maybe does something and they're not doing it quite right, all the girls will jump on them and say, no, that's not right, it has to be done this way. Because if it's not, it's our patients that suffer. And I'm really proud to say that if my parents come in and have treatment done, or my friends, we don't do anything differently at all, because we're already trying our best by our patients anyway. Some of the key things in our culture is that we look after each other and we try our best to support each other as well. And that's something that I'm really happy we've been able to cultivate. Now, in terms of where culture comes from, I think that the team do look to the leaders to give them cues about what's acceptable and what isn't. And one of the things that I always try to do as a principal, I try not to worry too much about money and turnover and numbers. And people who know me well know I'm actually a little bit stupid when it comes to those things. But what I am obsessed with is trying to find ways to look after my patients well. And in business terms, this is what we might call adding value. And I'm obsessed with it. I want my patients' treatment to be as good as it possibly can be. I want their experience to be as good as it can be. And I promise you, when you obsess yourself about those things as a business owner, the rewards come. They have to. The universe kind of just does the sums and sets it out. And you don't have to worry about your bottom line, because your focus doesn't need to be there. It's on something that's much more fun to think about. And I'll tell you the other thing as well. Because my girls all understand how much I love our patients, how much I care, they can really get on board with that. Really get on board with that. Imagine if you're the kind of principal that just cares about how rich you're going to get. Only you can get on board with that vision. In fact, you have to be quite secretive about it because you can't share that kind of vision with the rest of your team. And certainly a nurse who's earning, I don't know, £10 an hour or £15 an hour or whatever it is that they're earning, how can they get excited about lining their boss's pockets if that's the primary goal of the practice? But most of these girls have come into dentistry because they care, because they want to do some good in the world. And if you as the principal, as the leader in the practice, have exactly the same vision, all of your team can align with you and you can make that vision happen in a very beautiful and synergistic way. And that, I think, would be my secret for how you can create the culture and grow a business in a really nice way. Well, I hope you enjoyed our video today, and please do join me for more, and please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. I'll see you next time.